Hi, this is Mike, and in this video, I'm going to explain to you the Type 2 Expanded Zig-Zag. Right now, it's a complicated pattern. It's really difficult to trade, and if you don't understand this pattern, you're going to have a lot of trouble. Right? This is why I say learn the waves. It's because I teach this stuff, right? And if you don't know it, your chances of survival are zero in trading, especially small degree. Okay, you can get lucky at larger degrees, but at small degree, you will struggle. Okay, so what happens in a Type 2 expanded zigzag? Okay, so normally you have a zigzag pattern, right? It's A, B, C. Now we know that in internals of the zigzag is not just a 3-wave move, it's a 5-wave move. It's AriasWave. Okay, this is why AriasWave is a bunch of shit, crap, rubbish. It doesn't work, right? This is why I discovered the hard way. This is why I created AriasWave. So when I tell you to learn the waves, literally I'm just telling you, don't get fooled by the market again and again because of some really crappy theory that some person made over 100 years ago, right? Or 100 years ago, whatever, I don't care. The point is that this pattern exists, right? I teach it. It's an expanded zigzag, right? Imagine you stretch a zigzag out like this, right? You stretch the life out of it. What did you stretch? Do you even know what you stretched? No, you don't. You have no idea because you're clueless, right? You stretched out an expanded zigzag, right? That's what you expanded out, right? This is stuff I try to tell people, but no one listens, right? Learn the waves, understand every wave in the market that it creates. If you want to stand any chance of survival, learn the patterns. I'm telling you, don't be a hard head, right? So what happened? Yes, sure, it was my last resort idea, but it just looked so sharp towards the bottom that it gave off the impression of a 5-wave move. That's what they do. That's what they're good at doing, right? And especially when it gets sharper, you believe your own thoughts over logic. So here we have A. Here we have B. Okay, even the B wave is like, it's not expanded. The B wave within the zigzag. So the B wave within the B wave is expanded. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. So within there, I'll show you the B wave internals. Right, you have A, first A, like this, except it's bigger than the first one, which is ridiculous. Right, so you have A, B, C, D, E, full B. Right, you have a little weak C, you have a sharp D, and an E. Can you see the 5-wave move in there? Unless you're blind, you can't see that 5-wave move. Right, and then, so basically A, B, C, D, E, that's B. Can you see the line I've drawn? B, right? And then finally you get your C wave, okay? So technically you break that high, it confirms this whole move, even though I didn't do it at the time. Yeah, shit happens, move on. At least I understand the pattern. I can find it again and again and again, right? Can you? Right, I should have then, but eventually I had to go to bed. Look, what I'm trying to say is this pattern is probably happening now, okay? It's probably happening right here, right now. As you can see, I've got my labels out, right? So this particular wave, I think wave D is expanding. All right, let me get closer. So I think at the lows, I can't tell. This is way too small for me, okay? Right? You gotta go super tiny. There's a reason they have size 10 waves, yeah? Okay, so we have this weird move. That's not a zigzag. Why? Because of what came later. So we have A, B, C, and I think the D is expanded within the D, okay? In the last example, it was the B that was expanded, right? So according to this count here, BCD, I think maybe the target for this move might be down here. right? So that will then produce this pattern that makes it look as if it's going to go down, right? So it's going to fake you out. I'm sorry. Because you know what happens after a wedge pattern, yeah? Well, apparently it's reversal. If you break out of that wedge, it reverses. And guess what? You've got a type 2 expanded zigzag that's about to wreck your day, right? Because you're all in. You're like, that's it. It's happening. I'm going to get rich, right? Or something. Or I know what I'm doing temporarily, right? Well, that'll wear out. So you'll get this type of thing happen where, sure, D will end. Little E wave bounce, 5 wave, you say, oh, what's the 5 wave move doing there? Right? And then the B wave will end. It'll reverse, look like it's going to go down. You might even add more to your position. And then that'll end up being the D wave. Right? The D wave that caused you to think that it wasn't a D wave. Right? Because it looks like 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, I don't know. You start going 1, 2 crazy. What will happen then is that the E wave will appear. It'll 5 wave move up. And once again, it'll ruin your day. Right? That will be the end of this correction. I think. I believe so. Right? So that means it's the end of the entire correction since we started the A wave on Friday night here, right? Now, how long will that E wave be is the question. So this is the thing I like to do. Once you know that you're going to anticipate a move and you know where you are, there's a lot of times I'll actually catch tops. Sometimes I'll trade it up because I know it's going to spike. I'll wait for the craziness to wear out because you can kind of tell, right? Practice. It'll reverse, nice reversal candle, and you change your direction. Or, to be safe, what you do, the safe method is to basically understand where wave D ended, right? I know that wave E will cause you to be distracted by its move. It's on purpose, right? This is how it works. The wave E will be designed to distract you of this thing that you're seeing happen right in front of you, right? Right? The end of wave D is important, right? It's a distraction. We don't want you to know how important it is because it's important. Now, you'll get wave E, however long wave E is. It doesn't have to be that long. It could be just something that spikes above the previous high to knock out the shorts, right? And then it will reverse down. And when it breaks that low, that's when you go short with a stop at the highs. Okay, so whatever the last high was becomes your stop, right? Because that's how it works, right? Now, what happens after that? It could go straight down or it could bounce back up, okay? So what you may want to do is add half a position on at the break if you're unsure. Wait for a pullback, add the rest of your position on then. And then wait, and then watch what happens. Okay? So just try to scale in, and maybe when it comes back down and breaks below again, when you see something that you recognize, you can add some more if you want. It's up to you, whatever you do. The point is, you know, you can make it psychologically okay for yourself to do this by only placing a small trade to begin with. Okay. Because don't worry, there'll be other opportunities to get into this as it falls. So it's not going to go straight down in a straight line. I mean, there's always clues along the way. Okay. So let's just see how that works out. This video is already way too long, but just try to understand that there's this pattern that you probably don't understand. Okay. Try to know what you don't know. 4 levels of competency. Yeah. Learn the waves. I teach them. Go to my website. Uh, Subscribe to my other channel, the one, the YouTube one, because I'm going to start posting some more interesting stuff on there soon. Yeah, thanks for watching.